In this video, we'll be installing this cross-rail package on this 2007 Mazda CX-9. Now to remove our center roof rack rails, we're going to come back to the rear section here, and you'll see a little tab for a door that we can open. We're going to use a small pick tool here. You can use a small screwdriver or even your finger. I'm going to open this door up and remove this cover. Now we can set this cover aside, and we can now focus right here to this screw. So on this side it's going to be a T20, and on the front side there'll be this little hook here, which will also be a screw into some hardware. So on the front side we'll use a Phillips screwdriver. We can loosen that up. Set that aside, and we can move to the back and remove that T20 screw. Now, you can take these screws all the way out, or you can leave them in just a little bit so that it's loose. Once we're ready, we'll slide our bracket or our center cross piece right out this side. But before we do that, we need to do the same thing on the other side. So now we're over on the opposite side. We have our cover still in place. We'll remove our cover, set that aside, and we'll move up front to our little hook here. And behind that, we have our T20 screw. Set that aside. And now, with even pressure in the center, the best you can, push your bar back. And we can continue to work it out. So what happened here is came out while the hardware remained in, which is fine. We'll remove the hardware next. So we'll set our bar aside, and then we'll angle our hardware out while sliding to the rear. And pull that piece right out. Now you want to be careful. If you flip this upside down, the two locks that hold in your center bar slide right out. All right, now back over to our other side again. We're going to remove our hardware. Again, we're just going to lightly pull out the back side while pushing the front side to the rear and slide that hardware out. Now sometimes this outside cover will get in your way because it is two separate pieces here. If you need to, you can take that outside cover and remove that. That should help you slide your hardware right out and may help you as well put it back in. So now on our front crossbar, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to start up here with this hook. I'm going to loosen that up and remove it. And then our T20 in the back. And this side here should be free. We'll do the same on the opposite side. So now we're going to remove our hardware out the back of this track. We're going to push the hardware straight to the rear of the vehicle and pull it out the same way we did the rear. All right, so we're going to work it right out at an angle and then pull the front out as well. Now again, on this side, we have the cover on. So now we'll take that cover off and pull the hardware right out. And once you have your hardware out through the rear side here, go ahead and repeat for the other side. Okay, so now to install our cross rails here, we're going to install our hardware first. Hardware is going to go into the little groove here. And we're going to push forward. Okay. If you look at your hardware, you'll see little arrows in which direction your hardware should face in. Here's the front side on this side. Now once we have that in place, we can take our cross rail, and you can see you have a couple of grooves here on the bottom of this side of the rail. You can see you have a groove opening here. Slide that right down onto that groove. Pull inward to the rail. And on the front side, we're going to put our hook. Going to thread that right in. Get it as tight as we can. And we're going to come in with a Phillips screwdriver and just give it an extra few turns. Once you have that in, you can move to the back. Put our T20 screw in. There you go. Now on this side of the rail, that's how you install it. You're going to move across the rail to the other side and do the exact same thing. All right, so we have hardware again for our rear rail. We'll slide it in. And this one here, you can bring it as far forward or as far back as you would like. You can always adjust these later. For us, we're going to match it up right here with this upright. Once we have that in position, we're going to take our rear rail. We're going to line up our grooves here, slide it onto our hardware, and install our front hook. If we need to tighten this down any further, come back with something to tighten this up. Now in the rear, we can put our T20 screw back in and tighten that one down. Now from here, we decided to remove this outer cover. The outer cover is just going to get placed right back in place and squeeze. We'll lock that right back in. Last piece we have is our little access door here. Slide just like that and push in. Now this process here is going to be the exact same for the other side.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.